Biafra Liberation Army fighters were reportedly neutralized in retaliation for the death of a man named Gentle's brother. Weapons and items were recovered from them. Gentle, the central figure, is confirmed to be alive and well despite rumors and prior threats. The critic criticizes misleading prophecies and false news being spread on social media, calling it confusing and divisive. The critic insists the prophecy about a fair-skinned person wasn't about Gentle, who is not fair in complexion. The critic strongly defends Gentle, claiming he has done no wrong and should not be targeted.
Onyame Jesus is still my name. You are a Hollywood actor and a top content creator. Share this video, and the video is getting along you. To salu mozia, madokwal mozia, bam, bam, bam. Hey, ose tikwana. Nwanne nukwa koshi akpotu no oge nke ikpeazụ a. Hey, inidili watch video, inidili ikili fa. Mana ka ị na-ekili ka ị na-atụ salim ya, na-atụ salim ya ka oju ụwa niile. Hey, Hausa agafego ọka. Gaa n'ụzọ n'ọka, Hausa agafego ọka. Ngwa watch anya. Watch.
A call is made for supporters of Biafra to stop using each other's names for propaganda and false accusations. A traffic accident involving a police blockade is discussed, with strong accusations against officers for collecting illegal bribes and causing the crash. The video shows confrontation with police, accusing them of blocking roads to extort money and then fleeing after the accident. The critic demands that someone be held responsible for the damages caused by the police's illegal roadblocks. I want to share with you an in-depth look at a significant event that unfolded on April 15, 2025, when fighters of the Biafra Liberation Army carried out a carefully planned retaliation in the southeastern region of Nigeria. This report is more than a simple news update. It is a story of loss and retribution, of rumors countered by facts, and of the search for accountability both in armed struggle and in everyday community life. I will walk you through each aspect of this event step by step, shedding light on the individuals at the heart of the drama, the weapons that changed hands, the rumors circulating on social media, and even a seemingly unrelated traffic accident that speaks to broader issues of trust and responsibility in our society. As you read, I hope you will appreciate the human dimensions behind these headlines and consider the balance between justice and peace. In the early hours of April 15, 2025, a group of armed fighters acting under the banner of the Biafra Liberation Army moved swiftly to confront a faction that had been blamed for the killing of the brother of their leader, Commander Gentle. According to first-hand reports from the ground, the fighters located several individuals believed to be members of the rival cell. Without issuing a formal warning, the Biafra Liberation Army operatives engaged them decisively. Witnesses described scenes of careful coordination, with the command group surrounding the targets in a dusty clearing on the edge of a small village. The sound of gunfire filled the air as the operation unfolded. By the end of the confrontation, a number of the suspected militants were said to have been neutralized, bringing an abrupt end to the immediate threat against Commander Gentle's circle. After the operation, community members and the fighters from the Biafra Liberation Army combed through the aftermath and recovered an array of weapons and equipment left behind at the site. Among the items collected were a fully operational AK-47 assault rifle, which is known for its reliability in rough terrain. In addition, a 12-gauge shotgun was secured, a weapon often used for short-range engagements. The retrieval team also found several pairs of military-style boots, boxes of live 7.62 by 39mm ammunition, and a collection of folding knives. These items were displayed openly to local residents and journalists who arrived shortly after the incident, serving both as evidence of the raid's success and as a stark reminder of the volatility that has gripped this region for years. Despite swirling rumors and previous public threats suggesting otherwise, Commander Gentle himself remains safe and in good health. In past weeks, various social media posts had speculated that he might have been injured or killed in an earlier skirmish. These unfounded reports caused significant concern among his supporters and family. However, representatives of the Biafra Liberation Army have now confirmed that Commander Gentle was not present at the site of the raid and that he continues to oversee operations from a secure location in the southeastern forested area. This confirmation has helped to reassure those who have been monitoring his situation closely, and it underlines the importance of verifying information before drawing conclusions in a conflict zone. The entire operation was driven by the tragic death of Commander Gentle's younger brother, whose life was cut short in an incident that still casts a long shadow over the movement. Although official details remain scarce, multiple sources suggest that the young man was ambushed while traveling between two villages late last month. He was identified posthumously by a family member who recognized the clothing and a distinctive ring he always wore. The loss struck deeply at the heart of Commander Gentle's immediate circle, fueling calls for swift justice. In the days that followed, tensions rose on both sides, setting the stage for the retaliatory raid that became the focus of yesterday's operation. Not long after news of the raid spread, a prominent critic on social media, known by the handle Voice of Clarity, stepped forward to challenge the flood of rumors and misleading prophecies that had appeared online. This commentator took issue with what was described as a divisive narrative pushed by several self-proclaimed seers who had claimed to foresee Commander Gentle's demise. The critic urged followers to rely on verified facts rather than exotic or unfounded claims, warning that false information could not only confuse well-meaning supporters, but also undermine the broader struggle for justice and accountability in the region. The critic's voice has gained traction as more people seek reassurance and clarity about the unfolding events. Voice of Clarity went on to dissect the content of one particular prophecy that had circulated widely on messaging platforms. The prediction spoke of a pale-skinned individual who would rise to prominence and then be struck down by betrayal. Many of Commander Gentle's supporters quickly assumed that the prophecy referred to their leader, despite the fact that Commander Gentle is not fair-skinned. By pointing out this obvious discrepancy, the critic highlighted how vague or symbolic language in prophecies can feed confusion and division.